What is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Garcelle. Welcome back to the video. The Euro 2020. Well, they're calling it that. I think it's the Euro 2021, but they're calling it the Euro 2020 as it should have happened last year, but because of COVID, they were unable to. So, we're here with my predictions. Let's just get them started. For Group A, we have Switzerland, Turkey, Wales, and Italia. This group, I think this could be a surprising group. But at the end of the day, I got to be realistic with my predictions. Judging by the fact that Italy is possibly the best team out of the group, Donnarumma, who is possibly one of the best goalies in the world right now, their defense is pretty solid, and their forwards are coming up on the rise. You know, everyone, I have to put Italy first. I think it was pretty obvious that Italy was going to get first in this group. But you know what? One team that could dethrone them is Wales. I'm going to be honest. It is hit or miss for Wales. Wales can either win this group or they're going to be dead last. And in my prediction, I have Wales in dead last. And I'll explain my reasoning after. We'll get to Switzerland and Turkey. This is going to be a mismatch. You got Seferovic from Benfica, who's been unbelievable last season. I think he's going to be a big part in representing for Switzerland. Shaqiri, their goaltending, Sommer, is unbelievable. They have some really good defense, and Rodriguez on left back. I think Switzerland is a pretty dynamic team. Turkey, they didn't really get much help. So I'm going to put Switzerland second, Turkey third, and Wales fourth. I just don't see Wales doing too well. I think Gareth Bale will have to have a really good tournament. If Gareth Bale has an unbelievable tournament, they come out of the shadows and do unbelievable, I got Wales here. But my prediction, I think the Wales are going to fall, and I think they will stay there in fourth place. Moving on to Group B, you got Russia, Belgium, Denmark, and Finland. This is tough. I'm looking at my predictions for my other account, and I'm obviously going to feed off of most of that, but I'm going to change my stuff as I go along. So, obviously, I'm going to go with the favorite of the group, Belgium, first. It's really between these two teams. Denmark, I think Finland doesn't have a chance in this tournament. I think Denmark can definitely turn some heads. I don't know. They're a really good team. You got Christian Eriksen as well. They're a pretty good team. But Russia always seems to do well in every tournament. They dominated the World Cup last time in 2018. They were unbelievable against Spain. Unbelievable in the second round. Almost went to the semifinals. Like, Russia did a really good job. I picked Denmark in my other prediction. But now I'm going to pick Russia. I'm going to pick Russia, then Denmark, then Finland. And don't count yourself out, Denmark. I got a little surprise for you at the end. All right, now we got one of the weaker groups, Group C. Netherlands, Ukraine, North Macedonia, and Austria. This is by far one of the weakest groups. It's pretty easy to see. Austria, they got really good defense. Their forwards aren't very good. And their keepers aren't very good either. North Macedonia, they got really lucky getting into this group. They have a really good chance to make it far in this group and make it high in the tables. And you know what? I could see North Macedonia surprising everyone and getting second in the group. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what I have. I have these two as the top in the group. I think this team can easily surprise anyone. When you have a lot of momentum going into this type of tournament, I think North Macedonia can really do a good job in providing for their team. Ukraine, they've gotten better, but I don't see that changing. I think that right there is going to be that group regardless of anything. The only thing I would switch is Austria, North Macedonia, but I do think this team could beat both Austria and Ukraine, which is why I have them in second. And now we move on to the more challenging decisions. You got Scotland, England, Croatia, and Czech Republic. That is a darn good group. Pretty close to the group of death, in my opinion. I think this is going to be a really challenging group. I think most teams are going to finish in this group with 1 or 2 points. I don't see this group doing very well in the knockouts. If we have to predict the 4 best of the third place teams, I think one of these teams is going to get knocked out, considering the amount of ties we're probably going to see in this group. Nonetheless, it's between England and Croatia. I think everyone knew that. Croatia, they got a lot older. You know, a lot of their players have gotten really old, and England just keeps getting better and better and better. But England has a really tough time in these type of tournaments. They just don't do well. They don't do really well. I do think Croatia will take this group, but I do think England will do better in the tournament than Croatia. I still think that Croatia will most likely tie England, and then I think England will tie Scotland, and that'll be the deciding factor of this entire series. So if I had to go with that, yeah, I'd probably say Czech Republic. Then Scotland, I'd say the only thing that Scotland's going to do is get a point against England and drive England completely insane in the inside. Then we have Group E. Poland, España, Sweden, and Slovakia. And obviously, you got to put the main boys, Spain, at first. It just makes sense. The only team that I could see dethroning them, but it probably won't happen, is Poland, which I'm going to put Poland in second because Liwa is unbelievable for this team, and their goaltending has gotten better over the years. Their defense has gotten better since they played in the Euro 2016 against Portugal in that, I believe it was the quarterfinals. Nonetheless, I give Poland a lot of credit. Sweden, they just keep getting worse. They're not going to have they're going to have, I believe they will have Ibra. If they have Ibra, they have a good chance still. If they don't have Ibra, I don't give Sweden a chance against Poland. And then Slovakia, I'm just going to stick them in fourth because I don't think they're going to do well against a couple of these teams. And then, ladies and gentlemen, everyone's favorite, the Group of Death. And wow, this is going to be a very, very interesting tournament. Obviously, I got to put Hungary in fourth. No doubt. No doubt about it. It's just, I feel so bad for Hungary because they're going to work so hard to get in this tournament. They got out of the knockout stages. You know, they beat Iceland. And then they get thrown into the Group of Death. And I just feel so bad for Hungary. I'll give you one team that can get fourth besides Hungary. And I'll show you. But I don't think it's going to happen. Third place. I got Germany. I got Germany in third. Well, Germany is a really good team, and I understand that. And German fans, don't get upset at me. Germany is still finding themselves. They got Manuel Neuer in the back. Their defense is pretty good. Their center midfielders, questionably, they have one of the best midfield in the entire European status. In all of Europe, they probably have the best midfielders. No question. Maybe tied with France. But yes, they have very good midfielders. Their attackers are not that good. Leroy Sané, Gnabry is really good too. But then you got guys like Timo Werner who are just... he's not there yet. And yeah, I don't think Germany's going to score a lot of goals. I think they're going to defend more than they're able to score goals. And that's just not the German model. They were known for goal scoring when they won the World Cup with Klose. And oh my goodness, they were unstoppable. And now I don't think they have that edge just yet. But wait for Kai Havertz, wait for Werner. They will come in future tournaments. And then you got Portugal or France for the first place. It's really going to be, because I believe Portugal and France were tied their game. I think Portugal could beat Germany, and I also think France could beat Germany. It's who is going to win against Hungary. And in my opinion, France is going to beat Hungary. Portugal is going to tie. And so you'll have this. I love Portugal. I'm wearing a Portugal jersey, for Christ's sake. Look at this. I love my team. But something about Hungary, I just don't feel very confident in it. They don't play good against weaker teams. They're better against the best. They're worse against the worst. It makes sense. And they can't beat Hungary. I don't know what it is. But Hungary, they come in and they do their business. And I think Portugal is going to draw them and France will get first. And we got to predict the 4 best third place teams in this tournament. And just a reminder to what I said earlier, Group D, I don't think there's going to be a third place team. It's the fact that there's going to be too many ties. They're not going to have enough points to move on. Sure, Czech Republic is an amazing team, but they're going to tie way too many times. They're not going to have enough points to make it out of this group. Therefore, I think Czech Republic is out. Turkey. Yeah, Turkey can move forward. Turkey can move forward because they're probably going to beat Wales, and that'll give them 3 points automatically. If you tie Switzerland, you got 4 and you're in. Yeah, I'll give 1 to Turkey. I think Turkey can make it through. Denmark, remember I said I made that promise earlier, and I think it's going to be that you guys go through to the knockout rounds. I think Denmark's a good team. I think they can make up enough points to get into that round. Like I said, if they beat Finland and then they tie either Belgium or Russia, they're in. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be capable of doing that. And for Austria, I'm sorry, Austria. It's not going to be your year. There's too many good teams in here. Czech Republic already eliminated because of the ties. And I could knock out Sweden, but I think Sweden will get enough points. So therefore, Austria and Czech Republic are out, which leaves Sweden and Germany moving on with Turkey and Denmark. And that is my 4 best third place teams. And now we move on to the knockout stage. And holy crap, excuse my language, but holy crap, was I ever not prepared for this. This is going to be a crazy round of 16. You got Belgium and Sweden first. That is insane. And let me just tell you, Belgium's going to win this. I mean, I love Sweden. We gave them credit. We put them through to the third team, but Belgium is too good. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, Hazard, and then you got Courtois in net. They're just unstoppable. They have everything set up to be able to win. And to be honest, I've asked around a couple people who they think's going to win between a couple teams. Belgium was never thought of to win. I do think they're underestimated a bit. Not an underdog, but I think they're underestimated in their capabilities. They're a very, very strong team. Then you got Italy versus North Macedonia, and you can see where my mouse went. I got to go with Italy. North Macedonia, you're going to give Italy trouble, but this is where your tournament ends. And to be honest, the fans are going to be pretty excited to see this country get in to the round of 16. I think if I was part of North Macedonia, I would be pretty happy right now that we got to face Italy in the round of 16s. But that's where your journey is going to end. Italy is just too good defensively, and their attack is just getting better and better as the years come on. France and Turkey. France is going to win this one, but Turkey, don't count them out. I think this one could potentially go to extra time, or it's going to be France 3-0. It's going to be one or the other. I think France is going to win this one. England and Poland, this is going to be a tough one. England is a really good team. Poland has Lewandowski. I know I've been harping on that the entire time. Okay, maybe they have Subasic, but man, England does not do well in these tournaments, but I gotta go with England. And let's take care of the bottom 8, and oh my goodness, that is gonna be insane. Oh my goodness. Spain versus Denmark, and then the teams below, just I can't believe that. But Spain versus Denmark first. Gotta go with Spain. I love Denmark. And you know what? Spain got eliminated last time they played a weaker team. They played Russia in the round of 16s in the World Cup. Guess what? The home team won. Denmark has one of the host sites, and if Denmark gets that host site for their round of 16 game, honestly, Denmark could win. But Spain has gone stronger since they were in the World Cup. They've gone stronger since 2014. They're just a much better team, and I really do think that Spain is going to be the better team here and take the game. Croatia, Portugal. Ooh, these guys played each other in a round of 16s last Euro in 2016. That one went to extra time. A goal by Ricardo Quaresma. Gorgeous goal by him. And Portugal, I think, is too good for Croatia this time. We versed Croatia in the Nations League, and we absolutely smoked them. So I just don't think Croatia is just there yet. They got to get a couple young guys in. And we're starting to see a couple young guys come into the roster. But Croatia's just not there yet. They're a little bit older. They need time to rebuild their youth. And ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness. Netherlands versus Germany. How am I ever going to decide this? How am I going to do it? Just like that. Germany is a good team. Hear me out. If I had to pick between Germany or Netherlands to win the Euro, I'm going with Netherlands. I think Netherlands is very underrated. They went to the UEFA Nation League's final with Portugal when Portugal won. They did really well in the UEFA Nations League last season. And another thing, they have Van Dijk as their star center back. I know he's been through injuries. He's going to show up. Yes, Sillissen. Yes, he's much worse than Ter Stegen. I just think Netherlands, they're a good team. They're a really good team. And they got to figure something out against Germany. I think they figured that out. Switzerland versus Russia. Russia's not a home anymore, but man, Russia puts on a fight. And I think Russia is going to do exactly that against Switzerland. Switzerland, you had a good tournament. You had some ups, you had some downs. You did well against Italy. You beat Turkey. You beat Wales. You did really good in the tournament, but you're not there yet. And Russia, just they do way too well to be knocked out of this tournament. I think Russia goes through. Belgium versus Italy now, and wow, that was a tough decision. Being Italian, obviously I want Italy to win, but being realistic, I gotta go with Belgium, ladies and gentlemen. Belgium's a good team. They're a really good team, and I think they have what it takes to beat Italy. I don't think Italy's ready yet. They got a couple guys who can easily score against Thibaut Courtois, but yeah, I gotta go with Belgium. They're just a really, really strong team. France and England. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to penalties. I don't think England's going to give France an easy time at all. I think England's a very strong team. They could easily beat France. But you got to go with the World Cup champions. I'm going with France. Dear golly, that is the scariest semifinal of all time. Belgium-France. Don't want to look at it. But we have to for the next game. Spain and Portugal. Wow. You know, this is the one team I didn't want to get paired up against. Because this is the one team that could probably beat Portugal. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about Spain. But they always beat us. Every time they beat us. Sure, they tied us in the World Cup. They just recently tied us in an exhibition. If it goes to extra time, I think Spain's going the distance. Penalties, you probably got Portugal with Rui Patricio in net. But, man, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I'm going to edge my boys just a little bit just because Ronaldo in the clutch is so good. There's no beating Ronaldo in the clutch. I just think he's way too good. And his team has gotten so much better than the Euro 2016. This is an amazing team. Netherlands, Russia. Do I see an upset coming? No. I see Netherlands absolutely butt-whooping Russia. After beating Germany, they're going to have a lot of confidence. They're going to know what's up. And I think they have the opportunity to beat the Russians here and just have some fun. I mean, Netherlands is a really good team. And again, everyone's going to say Portugal got the easy road, you know, playing Croatia, then playing Spain, a team they're too familiar with, playing Netherlands. Oh my goodness, so easy. And look at France. They had to face Turkey, England, and Belgium. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But France and Belgium, it's a tough one. It's a really tough one. I just see France making it back there, but I'm going to change all odds, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to pick Belgium. I love Hugo Lloris. I love every center back on France. Their midfield, unbelievable. They probably have the best attackers, to be quite honest. But Belgium, you know what? I got to go back with France. Because I just realized in 2018, Belgium lost to France. And that's the team that went to the World Cup final. I got to go with France. I got to defend the honor of the French. And just say they're going to get back there. Portugal versus Netherlands. Man, this is going to be a tough game. Going off the UEFA Nations League, I got to go with Portugal. And we are set up for the Euro 2020 final between France and Portugal. Reuniting back again. Portugal's a little bit better this time. France is a little bit better this time. Portugal won by a goal by Ede, who has scored his first goal on a Portuguese national team in the final. What a way to score in the final. Do I see this game going 1-0 and a guy like, I don't know, Rafa scoring in the... No, I don't see that happening. But France versus Portugal, man. It's a toss-up. If they tie in the group stage, you know what? France beat Portugal in the UEFA Nations League final this year again. And they won the UEFA Nations League. Portugal beat them in the Euro. If France wins in the group stage, if France beats them in the group stage game, then France wins the entire thing. If they tie and they have to go to extra time or penalties, I think Portugal's got the better depth, and I think Portugal wins the entire Euro once again. So here's the thing. I love to do this after. I love to break down why I think Portugal's going to win. I just think they got a really good team. I think they learned their lesson after losing in the World Cup to Uruguay. They don't do well against South American teams anyway, so that was going to happen. But I think Portugal's found a way, you know. I think the only way they will lose is to Spain here. Then it'll be Spain versus Netherlands. You got Spain moving here, and you got France winning the Euro. That's what will happen if Portugal doesn't make it. Because I just think Spain's way too good to lose to Netherlands. I can't see it happening. Germany, okay, let's give Germany some credit. Let's say Germany beats Netherlands in like penalties or something. Then Germany beats Russia. If they have to face Portugal, Portugal's winning that game. If they have to face Spain, Germany's winning that game, and Germany will face France in the finals. And I still think France wins that tournament. So, whether or not you think, I don't think Germany will win. I think the closest chance they have of Germany winning is if Belgium beats France, and Germany will win then. That's the only way I have Germany winning this thing. That is my 2021 Euro predictions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more of these videos, and please make sure to turn on your post notifications to get notified when these videos do come out. One more thing, please make sure to share this video with friends and family, as it helps me a lot, and I really do appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you when the Euro starts on Friday against Switzerland and Italy. And take it easy, guys.